How's it going, Pittsburgh Fit? Today I want to talk about Olympic weightlifting. So the two moves that make up Olympic weightlifting, the clean and the snatch, are both pretty complex movements. What is also complex is the naming convention. So what I want to do today is go over how the naming convention works and what it means so you can understand it a little bit easier. So Olympic weightlifting starts with two moves. You have the clean and the snatch. So the clean starts on the ground. You have a narrow grip and you catch the bar on your shoulders. So clean starts on the ground, you pull it up, you catch it in that front rack position on your shoulders, and you stand it back up. The snatch, pretty similar to the start position, except you have a wide grip and you catch the bar overhead. Snatch starts on the ground, pull it all the way up, catch it in an overhead squat position, and stand back up. So that's the differences between the two. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is what word describes where you're going to catch the bar. So the clean is always caught on the shoulders and the snatch is always caught overhead. Now what you'll see is a word like this, a power. So the first move we're going to talk about is a power clean. So the bar starts on the ground, you pull it up, and when you catch it in a little squat, a 2-inch squat, and stand it back up. Same thing with the snatch, just overhead, you catch it in a little bit of a squat. Now this squat, we call it above parallel. There we go, if I can spell it right. So the other move that we have is a squat. So the squat is the modifier for the catch. So that determines when you pick it up, we'll talk about a squat clean. When you pick the bar up, you catch it in the shoulders, but you go all the way down to below parallel for the catch. So the squat is the height that you're going to catch it. The clean denotes whether you catch it here or overhead. So the other thing you might see is nothing. So if you just see the word clean, assume that it's a squat clean. If you just see the word snatch, assume that it's a squat snatch. Same thing with power. It'll say power clean, that means you catch it above a squat. Here, you catch it below parallel. So the third variation that you might see is a muscle clean. So power, you catch it in a 2-inch squat. Squat, you catch it all the way down to the bottom. A muscle clean, when you pull that bar up, there is no squatting involved at all. So a squat is the lowest. A power, you catch it a little bit higher, and a muscle clean, there's no bend in the catch at all. So now we're going to move on to where we start the movement. So the catch will be the first modifier. The second modifier will be the start. So we're going to start with a hang. So we'll go right across. Hang, power, clean. So that means the bar starts in your hands, above the ground, any height, doesn't matter. You catch it in a 2-inch squat, and you catch it on your shoulders. So we'll go a hang, squat, snatch. So that bar starts in the hang position off the ground. When you catch it, your hips are below parallel, and the catch position is going to be locked out overhead. So if you see nothing here, assume it starts on the ground. So we only have 2 modifiers for the start, we have 3 modifiers for the catch, and there's 2 variations of Olympic weightlifting. So just a blank squat snatch means the bar starts on the ground, you pull it up, you're catching it overhead in the bottom of a squat, and then you stand it back up. A hang, power, clean, bar starts above the ground, you catch it on your shoulders, below parallel, and then you stand it back up. So the next modifier will be a descriptor of this word. So you can have low, you can have high, you could add pause, you could add a specific height, 2 inches above ground, anything you want in that position. So we'll just move from left to right. You have a low, hang, power, clean. That means you start with the bar below your knees but off the ground, in the hang position. When you catch it, you're going to catch it in a 2-inch squat, and it's going to be a clean, so you catch it on the shoulders. So let's try another one. You have a paused, squat, snatch. So somewhere from the ground to your hips, you pause. So we can go 2 inches off the ground, we can go 2 inches from the hips. When you catch it, you're gonna catch it in the bottom of a squat with your arms locked out overhead. Now these modifiers can be infinite. Just look for the movement that you're doing, where you're catching it, and where you're starting. Any questions, grab a coach. We're more than happy to teach you how to do it. If you want to do some more Olympic weightlifting, check out YouTube, check out Google, or you can give us a text and we'll point you in the right direction. Have a great day.